Google Slides are awesome. You can do so much, but you can do so much more with some keyboard shortcuts. I'm going to add a slide. I'm going to draw a shape. I'm going to duplicate that shape with Control D. Control D allows me to make a stack of the same shape. Now watch this trick. If I lasso or select around all of the shapes, they're all selected. Go to the Arrange menu, Align in the center, Arrange, Align in the middle, and it creates a stack. So students can then drag manipulatives. When I click over here on the film strip, when I press Enter, it's going to add another slide of that same layout. What if I change the layout? So now I have a title, and I push Enter, and my new slide is a title, and I push Enter, and my new slide is a title. If I create a shape in Google Slides and I select Formatting, if I click on the shape and then I draw another shape, the formatting is gonna match, which is a fun trick. Now, if I don't select anything and I create a shape, the formatting does not match. In Google Slides, it's important to be able to move shapes and elements of your slides. I'm going to single click on one of these files. Control down arrow sends it back. Control up arrow sends it up. What if I have Control D, more shapes? Control D, more. Now when I do Control down arrow, it sends it back one. And Control down arrow sends it back one. What if I want to move it right up to the top? I can Control up arrow, Control down arrow, or I can do Control Shift up arrow to bring it to the top, and Control Shift down arrow to put it to the back. When using Google Slides, you have multiple elements on the slide. How do you select elements on the slide? You could click on them, but sometimes it's hard to find some of the elements because they're covered by others. So my trick is to use the Tab key. I click on one element, Tab, goes to the next element. What is that? Control Shift up arrow. You'll notice I had a shape hidden behind the other shape. It would have been impossible for me to click on that shape since it was behind the circle. So Control Shift down arrow, it's behind. I select, it selects the circle, but when I do Tab, I'm able to find all of those elements that I may not be able to see. I can also use Shift Tab. Hold down the Shift key and press Tab, and you'll notice it will select in reverse order, Tab, Shift Tab, and it'll select all the elements individually on the slide. If you would like to select multiple elements, but not all of them. For example, when I try to select this circle, it also selects the Bitmoji. If I were to single click on this circle and I hold down the Shift key, I can click on the blue circle and I selected both of them at the same time. So notice when I use my arrow key, I'm able to move and do formatting options on just what I've selected. So what if I want to organize the shapes on this slide? I'm able to line these up, but you'll notice they're not evenly spaced. I'm going to hold down the Shift key as I select each of those shapes. I go to Arrange, Distribute, and I distribute horizontally, and Arrange, Distribute vertically to line them up. I can then take the next one and I can use the guides to help me line up additional elements. When you click on an element, you'll notice it has a rotation handle. Come to the top and you can rotate, and you'll notice that I can rotate 50.6 degrees, 84.1, or however I like. One trick is to hold down the Shift key. When I hold down the Shift key, it only rotates in 15-degree increments. So 150 and then 165. If I draw a line in Google Slides, the trick, hold down the Shift key. When you draw your line, when you hold down the Shift key, Notice it's perfectly straight line, perfectly vertical, or when I hold down Shift, I'm able to do it at particular angles, but not specific ones. So have fun playing with Google Slides.